Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to the LDL Mega Week 6 Team Builder. Now this week we are battling Furat, who does not have any links, so I haven't got any in the description, but they are an impeccable battler. They are really, really good, and I'm very scared. Their team is on the screen. They are running a sand team. Obviously I am running a rain team, so I had to bring the rain this week to try and prove what is the superior technique that you can use, I suppose. But this week we have got on our team Amoongus. Amoongus is bulky. You know, this thing can live on like the Shifu single strike, which is really helpful. He has got things like Latias and Meowstic here, which can have psychic type attacks, obviously. So Pelipper Berry is definitely something that needs to be used. Yeah, it's Pelipper. For some reason I thought it wasn't Pelipper. That reduces psychic type damage, so that's something that I really thought, because Amoongus obviously does take a lot of damage when it comes to that kind of thing. And I think if I'm Rage Powdering, obviously a psychic type attack, you know, Pelipper is probably best. I did consider Black Sludge, but, you know, that didn't quite work out because this worked better. Effect Spore, because that's better than Regenerator realistically in this kind of meta, but Regenerator I think I can get to work. I just need to kind of think about it. Rage Powder. This causes, obviously, mons to just target the Amoongus, so I can do some shenanigans with my other Pokemon. So, for example, setting up like a Trick Room, a Tailwind, or something along those lines. Giga Drain, it hits like the Gigalith. Neutron Drill, it hits the Shifu, okay. It hits the Gastrodon super hard. It hits the Mimikyu, okay-ish. We've obviously got Sludge Bomb as well, which hits the Serena. It hits the Torracat relatively well. It hits the Meowstic, okay. It hits Latios, okay. A Shifu again is hit by it, okay. Zapdos is hit by it relatively okay. And also Spore, because Spore is one of the best, or is the best sleep move in the game. One of the best kind of status moves in the game, causing status on the opposing Pokemon. So that's kind of my thought process with Amoongus. It's just there mainly for support. It's not going to necessarily get kills. But I would really love to try and Dynamax this alongside a Lele to be able to get that Sludge Wave, to be able to get the +1, 2, 3 in the Lele, especially if I've got a Tailwind going alongside me. I think that would be really, really lush, but, you know, we'll see kind of what happens in the game. Next up, we have got Pelipper. Pelipper is a really cool Pokemon. Personally, I've never really used Pelipper before, so I'm still getting to use of it, and I have gone Charty Berry. And honestly, I don't know if I need Charty or if I need the Yachi. Yachi probably would be really, really useful against Zapdos, but I'm thinking for the Gigalith, the Excadrill probably has Rock-type moves. I think Torracat can get some Rock-type moves as well. So yeah, I'm thinking Rock-types. I'm thinking they wouldn't necessarily predict to go, well, they would predict the Yachi Berry and not go for an Electric-type attack into Pelipper. That's kind of my thought process there. I don't know if it's a very good thought process, but we'll go with it. Tailwind allows us to obviously speed up, which would be really helpful. Surf hits both the mons on the field. It's really quite nice. If I Dynamax, then the Max Guys actually does a lot of damage to a lot of different Pokemon. Obviously, the Drizzle combines very nicely with that. We've got Hurricane, obviously hits 100% of the time in the rain, and we've got things like the Shifu that does not want to see this. Hurricane, you've got Serena, Mimikyu probably doesn't want a Hurricane, and then Ice Beam, which hits the Zapdos, and Zapdos honestly is the biggest problem for the Pelipper. This really would work in a Trick Room, allowing me to potentially Dynamax Pelipper to be able to hit super, super hard onto the Zapdos. Yeah, that's kind of my thought process on there. I've gone for max HP, max defense, mostly for the mostly for the Drill and mostly for the Gigalith, because I think they can hit it really hard with Rock type attacks. So that's kind of my thought process there. I did consider max special defense, but I just couldn't quite work it, and that's what I'll say there. I feel like there's more uses with defensive than specially defensive. Moving on to our third Pokemon, we've got Porygon 2, our new addition to the team. Porygon 2, you know, I absolutely love it. Download is the way to go. Eviolite allows me to live more hits. I don't live a Choice Banded, a Shifu, like, super max attack. I think actually I do just, but like it's like 90% damage, so that's really scary. But we've got Trick Room here, allowing us to obviously take advantage if there's like max Airstreams on the Zapdos, for example, or if there is, because he's got quite a fast team actually, Looking at it, obviously Drill and Gigalith combined together, you get the Sand Rush, so lots and lots of really good uses of the speed tiering here, and most of the mons just outspeed me, honestly, so Trick Room is definitely going to be a really useful tool here. Ally Switch, just in case I need to play some shenanigans with different things. We've got Rain Dance, which allows me to set up for the Ludicolo, and then Ice Beam, because Ice Beam just hits neutral on the majority of the team, if not super effective, and I found that Tri-Attack wasn't really going to do enough to all the different mons, so I thought Ice Beam, you know, that works slightly better in my favour. So yeah, that's the thought process of Porygon 2, max defense to live a hit from the Shifu there. Moving on to the next Pokemon, we've got Tapu Leila. Now this is one of my really strong hitters. I have gone for just a bulky variant because if I get Trick Room up, obviously underspeeding things would be really handy, and then Tailwind would allow for me to have Pelipper to outspeed different things as well. Moonblast, because it hits through this team quite nicely. Gigalith doesn't like to take it. Zapdos doesn't really like to take it. Shifu definitely doesn't like to take it, neither would the Latios. Gastrodon won't take it super well. Meowstic is quite frail. Torracat will go Focus Blast. Serena, you know, Moonblast hits it hard, and then the Mimikyu. Moonblast will hit relatively well. It's the only move I've really got for it, so Moonblast will be what I go for. And then we've got Energy Ball for the Gastrodon. I just went Focus Blast just for coverage, things like Excadrill, because honestly it can be a massive pain. And then Protect, because that really helps. Expert Belt, because I hit hard on a lot of the different mons and like the super effective damage. Increasing that power can definitely be really helpful, so I think Expert Belt is pretty solid an item there. I've got a Fly Blow in my face. As I said, bulky for my speed control with my Tailwind or my Trick Room. Moving on to the next one, we have got a Shifu Single Strike. This is a Gigantamax, that's what I've drafted it as, and it is another Assault Vest, because I think Assault Vest works for it. Things like Zapdos here and the Latias, being able to live those hits can definitely be really helpful, especially as I'm not outspeeding a lot of those mons, so Assault Vest I think just works. We've got Close Combat, which is a powerful fighting type attack. Hits obviously Drill, Gigalith, Shifu, it hits the Torracat pretty well, hits the Serena pretty well, Wicked Blow, hits Mimikyu relatively well, because Mimikyu is a little bit frail. It hits the Meowstic, the Gastrodon relatively well, it hits the Latias, and you know, it'll hit the Zapdos pretty hard as well. We've got Iron Head just for coverage on here as well, just in case I need to go on that in any specific situation. I think that was 4. I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what I put Iron Head in here for, but I just needed a 4th move. Ice Punch is our last move because it hits the Zapdos super effective damage. That's my thought process on that one. Just having 4 attacking moves. I've gone for max attack, max speed to match out the Shifu because, yeah, matching the Shifu is going to be really helpful on this kind of basis. Yeah. The last one was really, really difficult for me to decide. Initially, I had Marowak. Marowak was going to be Lightning Rod, and I was going to be relying on Trick Room to really support my team. But I did decide to change that for Ludicolo. I just felt like Ludicolo could get some damage output off without speeding the different things with Swift Swim. Obviously, with Life Orb, with Dynamax, we've got Hydro Pump, powerful water type attack, boosted by Stab and boosted by the Rain, which basically OHKOs the Zapdos. OHKOs half the team actually. Just have to be very cautious of Gastrodon because it can be the Storm Drain variant, which obviously is a problem for me, but the majority of this team does not like to see Hydro Pump or Max Geyser. Giga Drain is there for the Gastrodon because obviously Gastrodon is a problem, and you know, Grass type is the only thing that deals with it. And then Ice Beam for just some more coverage. Hits the Zapdos, it hits the Serena as well for super effective damage, which the other two resisted, and then Protect just for the ability to max guard if they're trying to go for some kind of like max Airstreams on me, for example, or max Flutterbys as well. That could be an option for them to go as well. But that is kind of my thought process here. What are they going to bring? Excadrill Gigalith, 100%. A Shifu, 100%. I could definitely see them bringing Mimikyu. Mimikyu looks like it matches up relatively okay on my team. Latias I could really see coming. Meowstic's good support. I don't know if I said Zapdos, but Zapdos definitely comes as well. But yeah, I can see almost all of this team coming. Like I can see, as I say, basically every week I can see any of these mons coming. I don't really see any of them not necessarily coming. Even Torracat has its use in Intimidate on this team, and also dealing with Moonk is relatively okay. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.